Erica, can I get you to unmute yourself and share your screen?
Well,
and I can hear you now. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not going to share a screen. I'm just going to talk. And hello, my name is Erica Cochrane. I work at the International Crane Foundation. The International Crane Foundation is based in Baraboo, Wisconsin, of all places, but we work globally. Our mission is to conserve the 15 species of cranes that live around the world in the wild, and for the benefit of not only cranes, but also the human communities that rely on the ecosystems that cranes use and the countless other wetland dependent species that depend on those ecosystems as well. So we work in North America, in Africa, in Asia. There's the only continent where there aren't cranes currently is South America. So we work basically everywhere else, and the two poles. And a lot of our work revolves around wetland conservation. And that can be wetland conservation from a very small scale, a very tiny wetland that's owned by communities, or is just an open source resource, or many different countries and boundaries. As well, the cranes are migratory. Many of them are migratory species and can range over thousands of miles. So we work with lots of different cultures and politics and belief systems. So the Crane Foundation is pretty small. We're like 60 some odd people, and we have been working in crane conservation for 40 years, but we're at this point right now where we really want to have a much greater impact, and we want to, the threats to cranes and wetlands are not reducing for sure, and we want to have a much greater impact. And so we've been struggling with how to do that for the last several years. We've gone through a number of strategic planning work where we've set our vision for where we want to be and the type of impact that we want to have, and how we want to organize ourselves around core strategies and core resources that we feel like we need in order to get to that end result. But we're still struggling, and it's during this process that we actually decided to look more closely at the open standards and how other people are organizing their conservation work. And we decided to actually generate a whole new position, which I've moved into, which is a conservation measures program, where we're trying to help all of our conservation practitioners do a better job of planning and doing adaptive management on our conservation projects. But at the same time, we have this desire to grow, and we don't really have good systems in place in order to do that. And about the time that we were trying to contemplate how we do a better job of being able to really do
It's looking like we've lost Erica's connection, which is a shame. Yeah, it's not coming back. Yeah. So Erica, I'm not sure. Oh, Erica, can you hear me? Yeah, Erica, it's looking like your connection's not behaving. We might have to leave it there and move on. I just know I've been working with Erica for the last couple of days, actually. I might try and quickly fill in what I think she was about to say. Is they've got a major program going now around work to protect the Siberian cranes particularly, and there's a big program that they've set up on using Miradi and Miradi Share to manage that. And they're also looking at what they've learned from that process, expanding that same approach to some of their other crane projects, perhaps starting with one in Africa and then perhaps also with whooping cranes in the US. So they're at the early days of using Miradi and Miradi Share, have been doing it for about 6 months or so, I guess now. And then we'll be trying to expand that further. So Erica, you're back again. we lost you for quite a while there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. I've just tried. I'm not sure if you heard. I just tried to fill in what I think you were about to say.
Okay.
We're just, I think, out of time for your slot. Do you want to make any wrap up comments before we move on to the next part?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I don't know whether you let people know that we're really looking at the open standards, applying that more broadly across our projects and programs, and using Miradi and Miradi Share as a means of being able to generate information up to higher levels to be able to know whether we're having strategic impact.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Thanks